You need this coverage. Get it now. As a homeowner, you're responsible for a lot of things, but there's probably one thing that you didn't know you were responsible for, and it's a huge thing. You see that sewer that runs down the middle of your street? It actually has lines that go into each individual's home as well. And there's not only sewage lines, but there's also a bunch of other utility lines that are running from the street or sidewalk through your front yard and into your house. And did you know that you're responsible for those utility lines when they're in your front yard into your house? If something happens and they're broken or damaged, you as the homeowner are responsible. Many times your home insurance will cover damage that happens inside the home from these broken utility lines outside the home. But when it comes to digging down and replacing and repairing these lines in your front yard, a normal home insurance policy is not going to cover those things. However, most homeowners insurance companies offer an endorsement that can extend that coverage to help replace or repair broken or damaged utility lines in your front yard on your property. And here's the thing that you need to know. This endorsement is a relatively new endorsement. 5 years ago, most insurance companies did not offer this. So even if you got the best policy 5 years ago, it may not have that endorsement today. So you need to call your insurance agent and find out if you have that endorsement. Usually the endorsement only runs from $30 to maybe $60 a year to give you either $10,000 in coverage or $20,000 in coverage. You can also, in most cases, buy a service plan through the city or county or utility company, but most of the time coverage is not as good and the premium is more expensive. Some utility lines that are generally covered by this type of endorsement are water pipes, sewer pipes, drain pipes, power lines, fiber optics, cable lines, internet lines, natural gas lines, and sprinkler lines. The utility line endorsement will generally cover most of these things when they break, rupture, leak, or collapse. Some things that generally are not covered by this endorsement are wells, heating systems, and fuel tanks. So is it worth it to get this endorsement on your home insurance policy? Well, why don't you ask the guy that I know personally that did not have this coverage on his home insurance policy. In fact, when he bought his home insurance policy, it wasn't even an option. But 3 weeks ago, he had his sewer line, the line disconnected. It was 7 feet down and it was under his concrete driveway. After removing the concrete and digging 7 feet down, it took just a few minutes to repair the actual line. But all of that together, including a broken water heater because of the ruptured line, cost him $11,000 out of pocket. Where if he had the endorsement, it would have been $50 a year and he would have had that coverage. It is something that you should add to your home insurance policy to give you the best coverage possible. Call your insurance agent, find out if you have this coverage endorsement, and if you don't, get it added on right away because nobody likes to pay $11,000 out of pocket.